iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your free bets and sports picks. We have a live record update going down right now for this episode, and then I will get you the final scores from iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks for both games in the NFL. Tonight we're going to do baseball and football. You're either going to hear me take a beating or we're going to have a great day. Let's see how we went. I'm sure some of you have beaten me too. Updating the iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks. If you ever get the record done before me right away, we're always doing something over here, keeping us busy. Email it on over, text it, let us know. Update our record with us here at iSnoopDogg.com online radio. We're going to do NFL first. The Vikings, iSnoopDogg.com online radio. iSnoopDogg.com online radio had the Vikings minus 2.5 with the over. The Steelers covered. They won by 3. And the game had 45 points. And the over-under was 41.5. iSnoopDogg.com went with 1 loss and 1 win in that game. There are a couple of these games, if the averages come out to where the underdog team is winning the game based on the averages written down on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. For the record, on our quest to be the best, it is automatically taken. The money line is automatically taken for that pick if it's a plus in the favor of the underdog in the money line. Also, we always go with the averages on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. There was a lock we had the other night. If I screwed anyone over typing it the wrong way, Massachusetts was the pick and the lock. You know how it goes. I look at all these games. I got my girl calling me. She wants me to buy her brand new shoes. Brand new shoes are calling. I got my credit card over here. She's telling me she's over here and over there on the road. You know, she's got her own kids. She wants me to buy fucking shoes for this kid. It ain't even mine. So you know how it goes, man. I just type in the wrong thing sometimes. And Massachusetts was the pick. Missouri was typed up there. So if you ever see something miscircled based on the numbers or whatnot, iSnoopDogg.com online magazine always goes with the averages and the score of what is written down on the magazine for that game. Okay, Chargers, Giants. Chargers were plus 6.5. Chargers were minus 6.5. And the over-under was 43.5. The game went to 39. We took the under, which was 42 based on the score iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had. So Chargers didn't cover. That's a loss. The over-under went under with 39 points to Vegas's 43.5. That's a win. We are currently 2-2. Eagles at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, based on the scores from iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, was plus 3.5 as the pick we went with. The Buccaneers lost by 6 points. That's a loss. That's also a loss because the money line was taken. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had the Buccaneers winning that game 30-21 at home. So we lost the point spread and the money line pick. The over-under was 43.5. iSnoopDogg.com had 51 total points. There were 56 total points. That is a win for iSnoopDogg.com. Titans at the Texans. Titans were, based on our picks, plus, I have it a little crossed out here. It looks like 1.5. Plus 1.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had it at 30-25. Based on the Titans. score. We lost the point spread, and we lost the money line pick because the Titans were statistically 30-25 in this game. They lost 26-0. We had the Texans score dead on. The over-under went over as well. 3 losses in that one game right there. Colts-Rams. Final score from mysnoopdogg.com, 29-22. We had the Colts plus 3.5. Colts lost by 7. That's a loss for this game. Colts lost the game. That's a loss for the money line. And the over-under was 49.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had 51. It was 49. 47. It was 49.5 from Vegas. That's a loss. Couple games in a row. 1, 2, 3, 6 losses in a row, but 2 games based on the underdog team with the money line and against the spread line with the over-under losing in those 2 back-to-back games. Let's try to get them back here. We should be finishing close to 500. Again, these lines aren't going to be too consistent. These Vegas line makers are figuring out the way these teams play as well. It's very early in this NFL season. Towards mid-season, these scores should be locked in. Football is much more steady than any other sport. They say football is the toughest. I disagree. Football is just getting started. Towards the middle of the season and towards the end, iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks will have these games locked on. Pretty close. We're almost there already with the 1 points away. We looks like we're pretty close to certain teams already with their point averages. It's just some other teams playing below or above averages that got us on this quick skid. So here we go. Jaguars 49ers. Jaguars 49ers plus 3.5. Jaguars won outright. That's a win. Jaguars won the game. It's not circled here on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. That's a mess up on my part, my bad. But that Jacksonville money line is an automatic win towards our record as a money line pick. Jaguars 49ers. 42 points. I had total 42 points. It went to 47. It was 46.5 from Vegas. It went over a half point. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had a total of 42 points. So that is a loss. Ravens Chiefs. Ravens plus 2.5. Lost by 17. That's a loss. 57 was the total amount of points. iSnoopDogg.com had 59. That game went over. We didn't lose the money line pick on that one because the Chiefs were underdogs, and iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had the Ravens winning 30 plus 29. So the point spread was the only thing taken in that game. Raiders Bears. Raiders minus 1.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had the Raiders winning 28-25. So the minus 1.5 line was taken. The Bears won by 1, so the Raiders did not cover the spread. That's a loss. 49 total points was the point total scored in the game. The over-under is 48.5. Excuse me. 16-15. 53 was the total amount of points. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks had with 53 total points with a final score of 28-25. So the over was 1 for that game towards the record. Last night's game, the Cowboys and the Packers. The Cowboys were the pick. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks had the Packers winning 32-27. The Cowboys were plus 6.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks had the Cowboys losing by 5. The points were taken for the Cowboys at plus 6.5. They lost. They tied. It was a tie game, so the points go to the Cowboys. That's a win. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had 59 total points with the final score of 32-27. There were 80 total points scored in the game by both teams. 46.5 was the over-under. That's a win. Before we get to Monday Night Football, tonight's picks, let's do baseball. Football, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 9 and 13 so far in NFL football tonight. We will have 1, 2, 4 picks tonight, so we could be close to our 200. I'm going to bet heavy on these picks tonight since iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, is a proven 500 better, even though we are above 500 for the moment. We're going to try to stay there. But these games and picks tonight will be updated, and they should be locks. I will post which ones will be locks for the game tonight, which we will get to the final scores of right after we do baseball and MLB. Ooh, ha, ooh, hey, 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 ho, hey, ho, hey, hey, ooh, ha, ha. Keep you entertained? Okay. No baseball today. Orioles-Yankees. Orioles-Yankees. The pick was the over for 9 runs. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had Yankees 5-4, 9 total runs. That game went under with 5 total runs. The over-under was 8.5. That's a loss. White Sox-Nationals. The pick was the under. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, had 7 total runs. The over-under from Vegas was 8.5. The White Sox National games had 8 runs. That's a win for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks. I picked these games early. What was the Tigers Red Sox spread last night? Okay, the Red Sox were favored at minus 108. So that would have been a win. We had the Red Sox winning. They were under the minus 110 cutoff. So that's a win for the Sox. What was the over-under? It's not giving me right here. Thank you for the patience, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. So are we here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. We're just trying to get to these point spreads as accurate as possible. A 7 of total runs. RedSox.com came through for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine last night. This game went over. They had 7 total runs. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, as they always do, would pick to the averages with these lines posted. It looks like we got to the game a little early. It was an early Sunday morning here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. The over would have been taken. That's a win. 2 wins from the Red Sox from iSnoopDogg.com. Thank you, Red Sox. Thank you, iRedSox.com. Twins, Phillies. Twins, Phillies. 6-4 was the final score in the Phillies' favor here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks. The over would have been taken. 2-1 was the final score. Phillies winning. That game went under with 3 total runs. That's a loss for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks. Rockies, Giants. 5 total runs. Giants 3-2 was iSnoopDogg.com online magazine's free bets and sports picks. 5 total runs. 3-2. The over-under was 7.5. The under was taken. The final score was 4-0. That game went under. Win. Royals, Athletics. Royals Athletics were 10 runs. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had a final score of the Athletics 5-3. 8 total runs. The under would have been taken. The Athletics were minus 123. So the Athletics would not have been taken as a pick, being above the minus 110 cutoff. But the under is a win for iSnoopDogg. Rays and Blue Jays. Final score. Four 3 Blue Jays, 7 total runs. That game went way over. Blue Jays win 13-4. You know, I just realized I think I missed a couple football games. I got to go back to. I'm just looking at a couple of these games. I'll jump right back. Let's finish baseball. Rays, Blue Jays, that game went over. Well over, 13-4. That's a loss for iSnoopDogg.com. Astros, Angels. Astros, Angels. 9 total runs. iSnoopDogg.com had the Astros 5-4. 9 total runs. The over would have been taken. The final score, the over-under, it says 9 or 9.5. What did it close at? It matters because we have 9 runs. It could have closed at 9. Let's say it was 9.5, not to waste too much time. Take the loss because even if it's 9, it's a win. It wouldn't matter anyway. I'm going to count the game. Probably wasn't 9. I haven't seen a 9 in a while. It's either 8.5 or 9.5. So if they said 9 or 9.5 without wasting too much time on this, I'm going through a couple of them for last night's game. 9.5. All right, I'll take the loss on it. 9. I had 9 runs. It's a win either way, right? Because our score is pretty fucking close. Minus 119. I'm not going to count the game. Okay, so we'll take it as a loss on that because it looks like it would be 9.5. It most likely wasn't 9. Even if it was 9, it would be a push. I couldn't count it towards the record anyway. I got some fucking losses to spare, but not too many. Not too many at all. Rangers, Guardians. No, Mets, Marlins was the next one. Mets, Marlins. Oh, Mets, Marlins. Mets, Marlins. 4-3. Mets, Marlins. iSnoopDogg.com had the game going under 7 total runs. 8.5 was the over-under. The game went under with the final score of the Marlins 4-0. That's a win for iSnoopDogg.com. Rangers, Guardians. Another game we got too early. Seven and a half total runs, Angels, Marlins. Angels, Marlins, 7.5 total runs. Angels, Marlins. No, Rangers, Guardians. Rangers, Guardians. Yep, that's the one I got here. 9 total runs. The over would have been taken. 7.5 was the over-under. That's a win. Both teams were minus 110. The final score, so any of the winners, so we would have took the Rangers at minus 110. The Rangers lost. That's a loss for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Reds, Brewers, 9 total runs for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, with the Brewers winning 5-4. The Brewers won 4-2. The over was taken. That game went under with 6 total runs for Vegas' 7.5. Diamondbacks, Padres. The over-under was 7 or 8. Let's see what we had. Diamonds, we had 9 total runs. iSnoopDogg.com would have won anyway. 5-4. Diamondbacks, Padres. Diamondbacks were... So the over-under were hit. Minus 160. We wouldn't have took that game. The Padres were losing based on our average numbers. 9 total runs. The over went. That's a win. What a fucking winner today. I feel like a fucking winner here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks. I feel like a winner right now. And I think these 4 games tonight are going to be locks. I think I'm going to go big time on these locks tonight. We're almost there. I got to go back to football in a minute. But let's just finish up baseball. We are almost there. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Mariners. Dodgers, Mariners. Dodgers, Mariners. Dodgers, Mariners. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks had a final score of 4-2 with the Dodgers minus 105. So that's a pick we would have took towards the record for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks, quest to be the best. The Dodgers won last night, 6-1. That's a win. The over-under was 7.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had 6 total runs. 7 total runs were scored. That's a win for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Pirates, Braves. Pirates, Braves. Braves 4, Pirates 3 was the final score for iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Braves were huge favorites. 7 total runs for that game. 7.5 from iSnoopDogg.com online magazine's average statistic score pre-game. 4-3, 7 total runs. The over-under from Vegas was 7.5. 5 total runs were scored. Braves were big favorites, so they are not counted as the win towards the record, but they did win with the pick. 5 total runs. That game went under. That's a win by iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Cardinals Cubs was the last game of the night. Had the Cubs 5, Cardinals 4. Cubs won, but they were minus 175. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks had the Cubs 2-0. The under, they had the over with 9 total runs. iSnoopDogg.com, we had the over with 9 total runs. That game went under. That's a loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, 11 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 11 and 7 in baseball on 9/28. Some would say I'm pretty good at this. Now let's get back to football. I missed some games here. Right? Which ones did I end at? Yeah, I went to the Sunday nights. I missed the... Yeah, right. Okay. Commanders, Falcons. I did these games at different times of the day, so it split it up and, not that it matters anyway, but let me jump back to these real quick. We'll get these scores. I'll get an updated record for you based on football. Maybe these locks tonight aren't exactly as lockable as I thought. Commanders, Falcons. Falcons were plus. Okay, so the final score, I might have sketched this one up wrong yesterday. 22-17, iSnoopDogg.com online magazine had this game at... What was this? 8.5? What was the spread last night? Commanders Falcons 9-28, 2-5 point spread. Point spread, cropeto, sracra, pra, preto, pera. Where all my hooligans at? Rapa, get it, stropo. Where all my hooligans at? All right. The point spread with the Falcons minus 2.5. Sometimes I scratch these out a little too much for myself. Minus 2.5. So the Commanders would have been the pick. Again, I go with the averages. I'll do this once in a while. My apologies if I fucked anyone over on any cash or a win in the category, right? So the Falcons were minus 2.5. I think I know these games by heart, man. The Falcons were minus 2.5. With 2.5 point favorites. I crossed it out. I put plus points, but I circled the wrong team. The Commanders won. Okay, but what was the final score? So I would have took the Commanders. So that's a loss for the Commanders point spread. That's a loss for the Redskins money line. And that's a loss for the under. I circled the Falcons. You know why? Because I got fucking gold in my fucking fingertips. And whenever there's a fucking winning team, a winning pick close, my hand just goes right to it and it circles it. And sometimes it goes against the averages. But iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, goes with the averages on its quest to be the best record. Let me just double check that. Yes, so it lost the money line because the Commanders would have been the pick. The Falcons were favored. I crossed it out and I put points because the Commanders, based on average pregame, were the team to win. So the correct circling should have been Atlanta. The spread crossed out. The plus points, the Commanders circled. The Redskins, the Washington plus 110 circled. And the under is correct. So 0-3 on that game. Let's try to win it back. Saints-Bills. Bills minus 15.5. iSnoopDogg.com had them winning by 19. They won by 12. That's a loss. The over-under was 50. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks had a total of 49 points. The over-under was 47.5. They scored 50 points. That's a win. Maybe these last games for Monday night are looking even better than I thought. That Commanders game might have really made these last 4 locks tonight a certainty. Browns at the Lions. Browns at the Lions. The Lions were minus 9.5. That's a win. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks had the Lions winning 43-16. 27 total points as a victory. The Lions were taken minus 7.5 with the over 44. The over-under was 44.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine took the over with a total of 59 points. So that game is a loss. It stayed under. The total amount of points scored in the game, Lions 34-10 was 34.5. The over-under was 44.5. So it went well under. That's a loss. 44. There were 44 total points in the Lions. Yes, thank you. I see it. I get some new fans here. Catching, not fans here, some, one of our, I can't call them all fans. Some of them are haters, but they email us here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. They do it pretty quickly. Thank you for the update. 44 total points. The over-under was 44.5. And iSnoopDogg.com online magazine took the over. The game went under. That's a loss. Panthers-Patriots. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, had the Panthers winning 18-17 to the Patriots. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, Had the Patriots, the Panthers at plus 5.5. That's a loss. The Panthers winning money line. That's a loss. And the game going under. That's a loss. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine letting all my hometown hooligans know I take the Patriots straight up in local pools. So I did get that win. My Patriots did me good. Our Patriots, my Patriots, your Patriots, the Kraft Patriots, the Boston's Patriots, Foxborough's Patriots, everyone's Patriots did them good yesterday. Unless you didn't go with the Patriots, then I'm glad you took that loss. Serves you fucking right. iSnoopDogg.com straight up went, as of right now, 7-9 in straight up picks based on these averages from iSnoopDogg.com online magazine's free bets and sports picks, averages and statistics and pregame final scores. If you took these straight up, you would be currently 7-9 with 2 Monday night games ahead of you. Let's update this NFL score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. iSnoopDogg.com currently is 11-21 in NFL for Sunday. And the Thursday night game iSnoopDogg.com online magazine went 1-1. So 12-22. What do we have for Seahawks? Yeah, thanks. Thank you. 12-22 so far. Yeah, Seahawks were -1.5. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine took the Seahawks. They had 54 total points. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine went 2-0 in the Thursday night game. Lying bastards. 13-21. SnoopDogg.com online magazine so far in week 4 of the NFL is 13-21. In all sports yesterday, what did we do in soccer? We had a soccer game yesterday. FC Cincinnati was a tie game, 1-1. We had FC Cincinnati winning. We lost that one. What was the over-under? Two and a half goals. It went 1-1. That game went under. 0-2 in soccer. Loss, MLS. Okay. So we had a total of 24 wins and 28, 30 losses in all of sports yesterday against the spread, over-under, and money line, which would give us 919 wins. 919 wins, 30 losses. We had 800, where 30 losses would give us 880 wins. 919 wins with 880 losses here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks. In its last 1,799 picks. In its last, give or take a few games, 1,534 games. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks is 919 and 880 in its last 1,799 picks in its quest to be the best of sports bettors and sports pickers in the world. 7-9 straight up on games if you went with the averages based on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Here we go, tonight's picks. I got a final score. I got a final score of the Jets. 13.9 to the Dolphins, 26.65. Dolphins 26.65. Jets 13.9. Based on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks, averages and statistics, which would give us a final score of 27-14 in the Dolphins' favor. That would give the Dolphins covering the minus 2.5 point spread. We're going to circle the Dolphins. The over-under, which would be 41, would go under the 44.5 total points for iSnoopDogg.com. We will not be taking the Jets money line at plus 125 based on this final score. Second game of the night, the Bengals and the Broncos. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine has this game going down to the wire on average and statistics. On the road, the Bengals are 18.3 points per game right now. At home, the Broncos 18. Bengals 18.85 versus the Broncos 19.1. That would give iSnoopDogg.com online magazine a free bets and sports picks, a final score of 19-19. Broncos have a better overall points per game, 19.1 to 18.85. Bengals have a better points per game on the road at 18.3 to the Broncos 18. A final score of 19-19. Since this game is so close, Vegas has it at Broncos plus 8.5. I gave the Broncos, I adjusted the points to have the Broncos winning this game 19-18 to avoid taking a road team's money line with the Broncos being such a large favorite, to help to keep our iSnoopDogg.com online magazines a winning record as much as possible. Broncos win 19-18. Bengals cover with plus 8.5 points. A total of 37 points based on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine, free bets and sports picks would go under the point total for the game of Vegas's 44 1.5. And that is iSnoopDogg.com online magazine with your free bets and sports picks here on Monday, September 29th, 2025. We hope you had a great day. 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time, almost the end of the day. We are getting ready for Monday Night Football. We will have it, of course, both games from our hooligans, streaming on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. Free bets and sports picks on a runner in the jam during the game. iSpaceBar.com has 30-minute delivery or less. New from the store to your door. Anywhere, iSpaceBar.com. 30-minute delivery at SnoopDogg.com online radio with your free bets and sports picks. Have a great one. We hope we put some wins in your win category and some cash in your pocket with these games that we had yesterday and some more coming. Have a great day. Thanks for listening in. This was a long one today, but we enjoyed every second of it.